guys, welcome to today's stream. Dover, Puff, how are you guys? Got little Zazu with me this morning, well, this evening. It's pretty late. I'm starting streaming at 3:30 today, so pretty late for my normal schedule. Puff, how are you doing? You really want to stick around, but you're struggling to keep your eyes open? No, you need to get some rest. It's really okay if you can't stick around. Dover, thank you for that quack. You're gonna make Zazu start quacking soon. If you keep doing quacks on stream, he's gonna pick it up and he's gonna start quacking, aren't you, Zazu? You'll try to stick around for as long as you can. Don't feel like you have to. Please, Puff. We understand that you love to be here and really appreciate your company, but you need to get some rest. It's only 6. Oh gosh. I got like no sleep last night as well, so I understand the feeling. I don't know, I've been really struggling with this strange persistent cough that I've had for like 2 to 3 years. The strangest thing is, I haven't had COVID yet, so it's not even COVID related. And I haven't been able to shake that cough for 2 to 3 years, so some nights I'm just staying up coughing and I can't stop. It's really annoying, so trying to get to the bottom of that. I need to book another doctor's appointment, so we'll figure it out. But yeah, not being able to sleep is rough. It's really no fun. And then we record and use it instead of the current sound alert. Oh gosh. I actually saw an African grey parrot. And you know this Samsung sound? It's a very iconic sound. I don't know how to explain it to you guys, but it's basic. I think it's the sound that a Samsung phone plays when it starts or something. I don't have a Samsung phone, so I'm not really sure, but it's a very iconic sound. And this African grey parrot learned to repeat it. So you can't differentiate between when the parrot does it and when it's the real deal, guys. It is so realistic. It's unbelievable. Sleep, what's that? Exactly. So many of us here are insomniacs. Truly. I don't know why, but I feel like my streams just draw all of these insomniacs. All of you guys are sleepless souls that never rest. It's so weird. Your narcolepsy has been rough for the last 3 weeks. That's so terrible. That is so terrible. Do you have any idea what causes narcolepsy? Like, is it just a condition you can end up getting for no reason, or is it sort of exacerbated by some things? Parrots are very clever. One day Zazu will rule us all. He really will. He really will. Definitely. You're the opposite. So you're just wanting to sleep all the time then? I think you've told me that before, but I'm not sure whether it's just like you don't sleep and then you try to catch up on a lot of sleep, or is it just you're feeling like you're constantly needing sleep? Tova, thank you so much for this sub. Oh my gosh. Again? Tier 3? Tova, thank you. It's to do with chemicals in your brain. When if you have it, you can't get rid of it. That's so annoying. Oh my gosh. That is so annoying. Genuinely grateful to be part of my journey. You'd rather be here than anywhere else. Dover, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Guys, it is time for us to bury Dover. And since Dover subscribed with a tier 3 sub, I need to get the larger tombstone, guys. I need the large tombstone. I'm sorry, Zazu. I know I'm sort of shoving you about, but we need to get Dover the larger tombstone, because Dover just subbed as a tier 3. So yeah, we need the large one. That's why. You're constantly tired. You sleep about 19 hours a day. Oh gosh, how do you get like anything done? That's ridiculous. You're tired of it. I can imagine. Tired of sleeping. That is something incredibly tiring. Do you want to go back? There you go. Zazu's not keen to to be part of my stream today, guys. Not keen at all. Here we go. One little tombstone, or should I say giant tombstone for Dover. Thank you so much, Dover. I really appreciate that. Oh my gosh. Also, what's for the color of the cemetery today? Now it's looking perfect, like it's completely grey. And it's looking fine, and then other days it has this weird yellow tint, and I don't do anything different. I don't know what's going on, guys. You sit at home, haven't worked for 6 months, you still have your job though. Well, that's lucky. That's really lucky that you have your job. I'm so glad to hear that. Do you think they'll keep it for you inevitably, or do you think, are you concerned about losing that eventually? Narcolepsy really messes with a daily routine. It's very tough, yeah. Oh yeah, I can't imagine getting anything done with that in place. You could probably, like if I were you, I don't know if it's possible for your line of work, but try and maybe do something that's more flexible, so something that you can do for say an hour or two to earn some money, and then if you're not feeling well, you know, you can get that rest and then come back to it later. I don't know if it's possible for your situation, but when my health was incredibly bad, that's what I needed to revert to. And still, like, lately, you know, I can't do a full-time job where I need to drive. There are times when I just simply can't drive, so I've had to figure out ways to work around that. I know narcolepsy is just like one of those things that's incredibly invasive and you just can't predict it, but you know, if desperate times call for it, maybe that's an option. I don't know if it's not always a possibility for everyone, you know? No, they need you, but you're going to resign. Well, that's a good position to be in if they need you, right? Alien Frog, hello! How are you doing? Love Amps Creations! I freaking love that name. That's so beautiful. Welcome. Oh my gosh. Guys, I have this really it's a tragic story. It's also like a really beautiful story. So my grandparents live in Zambia, and they've employed someone to take care of their garden for them. And this person is incredibly poor. This person gets like $5 a day as payment. And that's just throughout that country. That is just the amount that they pay them. My grandparents are giving them extra income as well on top of that, and have paid for his kids' schooling and everything, which is super fantastic. He couldn't afford to have his child go to school, so my grandparents stepped in and are now paying for his child to be able to go to school, which is such a beautiful story. I was just like so happy to hear that, because you know, he is working every single day, working hard for my grandparents. My grandparents pay him more than he can get anywhere else in the country, and he's already so underpaid. So glad that they could help him out in that way. Sadly though, he was on his way, so he has a bicycle. He was on his way, I think, home from work one day, and a taxi ran him over. And the taxi it was just a hit and run, didn't care, just left him there lying in the street. He was incredibly badly injured. He's hurt his arm, he's hurt his legs, and hurt his head really badly. So the hospital told him he needs to get antibiotics, and he didn't have money. So his infection started getting worse. Then my grandparents paid for him to purchase some antibiotics. So, like, you know, the level of poverty that someone has to be to not even be able to afford antibiotics, you know, my heart was just breaking, and I'm so glad that they've stepped in and helped him with that. But he lost his bike and he can't afford another one. So what I'm thinking of doing is I'm going to start a GoFundMe page for him. It's sort of in the works. I haven't started it yet, but I'm planning to. So I'd like to start a GoFundMe for him, so that we can all maybe collaborate and buy him a new bicycle so that he can actually get transport back to work, because that's his livelihood. He's got kids, he's got a wife who's too sick to work. We just need to help him out, guys. We just need to help him out. But yeah, if I get that sorted, that would be freaking amazing. Do they or I live in America? They live in Zambia, so they're extremely poor. You know, there's a very big gap in countries like in Africa between, you know, the working class and I don't know what you call the people who live on top and have all the money. But there's a very, very strong gap. It's not like in Australia where, you know, this even if you're poor in Australia, you don't starve. You know, you still have a roof over your head and you still have money for medicine, you have healthcare. Over there, they don't have that. That's, you know, it's a pretty harsh environment to live in, so that would be freaking awesome. Love Vamps, whereabouts are you from? I don't think we've met before. Alright, guys, this is an art stream, so this is what I'm going to be finishing up today. And I'm hoping to get all the wood done. Definitely need to get the wood done. And I'm going to do a little bit of highlights. I'm also going to try and add some definition to his hair, so that'll be freaking awesome. You're from the Netherlands! Cool! We've got a couple of people who pop in here that are from the Netherlands as well. But yeah, I don't think we've seen somebody from the Netherlands here for quite a while. It must be pretty hot over there. I've heard you guys have like a massive heat wave. I think I'm gonna go with... Do I want to use my thinner pencil? Do I? Yeah, I think I'm gonna use the thinner one because I'm gonna get more detail in that way. Definitely. Alright, let me see. The relentless timer that we gotta run every time, guys. Oh my gosh. There we go. It's quite similar to the structure of society where you come from. Some people are dealt a crappy hand in life and they live entirely in a sort of servitude. It's been changing in the past decade, but you understand what I'm talking about. Yeah, exactly. It's just really sad, especially for someone like myself, you know, like sometimes I feel like we look at our own life and we complain about things that maybe aren't quite fair, you know. We've all got things that, you know, suck. Like some of us have health problems, some of us have just had a lot of unfair things happen in our path of life, and it's really hard sometimes. But when I look at my own life and I think, wow, I've got so much, you know, like he can't even afford a bicycle. And I've been looking at maybe at some point getting a recreational bicycle just for fun. It's not even a need, right? But for him, he has to spend probably years and years of income just to be able to afford a bicycle. And that's his only form of transportation. He can't even afford a ride in a bus, you know? It just feels really unfair to me when I think about how much some of us have and then how little others have, and can't we just spread it more evenly? You know, like can't we just all give a little bit more, have a little bit less so that others have a little bit more? It would be just, I don't know, a much better world. You were born and raised in India, currently living in the US. India's short for Indian. I always get confused. So, you know, one thing I really hate is when customers place orders in my store and they're from the US. So I don't mind that. But then they put their state and it's always like a couple of letters. I don't know every state in the US, and then I'm always like, well, which state is this? So sometimes Googling helps, other times I'm not so sure. And I'm always just hoping the parcel will actually get there, that I've entered it properly. Oh gosh, not another piece of land. No. You gotta hold up for me. You gotta hold up, mate. I can't have you break on me. I just want to put like a little bit of wood grain in this so that it looks slightly more detailed. I'm gonna zoom in because this is teeny tiny. Lead broke again, yes, Dover. It's funny you know more about the US and South Africa and New Zealand. $14 times? What? Seriously? Hasn't felt like that much. It's already 14 times. I wonder how many times I've broken it off stream. I'm so late this month, guys. I haven't even started the patron drawing and I've only got... Gosh. I've only got Wednesday and Thursday. No, I don't even have Thursday. I've got Wednesday and Friday. And that's it. So somehow I have to finish this patron drawing in 2 days. That's like, no way. I'm gonna be so rushed, guys. I kind of have an idea already what I want to do for it though. And I'm tossing up this one thing about it that I'm not entirely sure. So I'm thinking maybe I should have my patrons vote on it. That could be like a cool way. Then that way my patrons are involved in the story. And yeah, and hopefully that is the better way, that is the better outcome for the story. So it's kind of a crucial thing. So I think I need some help on that. I might just make a patron poll at some point. Love my art style and good luck with a time limit. Thank you, Love Ams. I appreciate that. What kind of artwork do you make? Off stream, the count must be in the millions. Probably is. Probably is. You might have a shower to stay awake. You'll be back. That usually helps. Yeah. I found, I mean, I obviously don't struggle with narcolepsy, but I've definitely found if I'm struggling to wake up in the morning, that if I have a shower or if I just, I don't know, just splash some water on my face, usually that helps me stay awake as well. Are you also a streamer, Love Maps? You sculpt humanoid fantasy creatures. Currently working on an undead pumpkin head. Interesting. I like the sound of that. I love pumpkin artwork. You gotta post that and share it with us. Definitely share it with us. I'm intrigued. So, do you stream Love Vamps? Also, I don't think I've seen a lot of artists who both draw and sculpt their artwork. One of my favorite artists who does that though is Pickled Circus. You guys gotta check out his work. He does sketches of his characters and then he turns them into beautiful 3D sculptures. It's amazing. You stream as well though? You're on a break. Having a vacation after 4 years. Well, congratulations on the 4 years. That's amazing. I wonder, how long have I been streaming now? Should be my about page. Damn. That's a good question. Doro, do you mind checking? Because if I load it up, it's gonna lag my stream, but it should be in the about panels when I started streaming. And you would have joined, I think Dover joined my stream like 3 or 4 months after I started. So Dover has been here since the beginning, guys, since the very beginning. You're not a morning person at all, so you tell yourself before bed what sounds good for breakfast, and it gets you motivated to wake up so you can drive and get some grow up. That's awesome. That is a brilliant idea. Definitely, these are great tips, guys. Like, one of my great tips as well is, especially during winter, I found that I don't really like getting up and being cold. And quite often what I would do is I'll wake up, I'll be motivated enough to have a shower because the shower's nice and warm. But then after the shower, I'll spend like ages in my room just with like a gown on or something, trying to keep warm instead of actually getting dressed. So I procrastinate. I just want to be snugly in pajamas the whole time. So what I've done is I've told myself, okay, as soon as you get out of the shower, no getting in anything else other than the clothing you wear. And that has been a brilliant way to stop myself from procrastinating and actually get ready a lot faster. But during winter, it's so hard, guys. I feel like it's actually a legitimate excuse not to be productive because it is freezing. Like, it's already hard for me to fall asleep because it's that damn cold. How am I supposed to do anything, right? It's just too freaking cold. Jagruler, hello, welcome. How are you doing? You stream as well? You're not... Hang on, where am I? He has to go to the office tomorrow since your new job has officially begun. As of now, the schedule is Tuesday, Thursday, and most Fridays. You will fill me in on details later, like you said. No worries, Dover. I hope it goes well. I hope you're comfortable in your new position and hope they treat you well. It's always good to make a fresh change, especially with, you know, everything else that's been going on for you. I really am so happy for you that you can wave goodbye. So that's awesome. Isn't the 2nd year anniversary sometime in September? I'm pretty sure it would be. We definitely had to celebrate that this year, guys. Definitely. Jagruler, thank you so much for the follow, by the way. If you could have a superpower, what would it be? You like cold makes you more productive, need to move and do stuff to get warmer. So that's a good perspective as well. But see, I think because a lot of the productive things that I do don't actually involve moving around, they really just involve me sitting, doing art, doing things on the computer, doing printing. I don't really tend to get warm, so I'm actually more cold than when I'm doing anything else. A superpower? Not needing to sleep. I think a lot of us would love that as a superpower. Definitely. You do art standing up at computer and computer stuff standing up too. So that's helpful. That's helpful. I'm not so lucky. I don't have a standing desk. So that would be tricky. I've seen a couple of people with stuff like that, and I've always wondered what is the long-term outcome? Like, do you guys regret getting desks like that, or is it really helpful? You're listening but working, can't be really chatty. That's okay, love amps. We appreciate just lurkers. Lurkers are fine. You really like teleportation. Imagine teleporting into a bank vault and stealing money and then getting out with a lot of cash to spend on donuts. Heck yeah. That's like the best thing ever. You know what's one of my favorite things? Going out on night drives, and we have these, we call them ODRs, so they're on the run, like almost like food places, and they sell my favorite donuts. I have to go and get one when I drive past. I just can't leave you not get one, guys. Zazu streams standing mostly. She's stuck to the routine on her 13-hour stream. Are you serious? All the times when I've seen her streaming, she's been sitting. Cephalon, hello, how are you doing? So guys, what other tips would you have? Like, what other tips would you have to stay motivated? Like, what other ways do you think would help somebody get out of bed in the morning, get things done and be productive? Do you guys have any of your own tips? More tips? I really can't not get dressed though on a day. Like, there are some days when, because of the nature of my job, when I'm not streaming, I can always, you know, just stay in comfortable pajamas all day if I wanted to. But I found that when I do that, I'm not as productive. I don't know, and it's not just me. Like, I've watched a lot of YouTube videos of other freelancers, and they've all said the same thing. It's the strangest thing. Like, why does the clothing you wear make you more productive? It's strange, but somehow it does. It really impacts that. I'm good, Cephalon. Doing really great. Yesterday I went shopping. So my fiance and I actually won a $500 photo shoot, and we can now go and get a free photo shoot done. So he doesn't really have any fancy clothing to wear, so we've picked some outfits that we want to match together, and he had to go get some extra shirts, and they were on sale, so I had to go grab one. I also grabbed my mum a little surprise because there's this cheese holder she's been wanting to get for ages, and I really wanted her to have it, but she never goes and gets it for herself. So I grabbed her one of those. It was the last two left, guys, so I got it, and I was so happy. Really, really pleased about that. You love to contribute, but when you have well-defined tasks in front of you, you get them done even if you're depressed. You don't know why, short of forcing yourself. Cephalon, I think I sort of get what you mean. Like, I have a task list, and I really find having a task list to follow for the day, especially one that you can synchronize with your calendar, I really find that it sort of forces me to listen to it. It's almost like it's compulsorily, it's like it's making me obey it. And I don't know, like, I dread reaching the end of the day and seeing undone tasks. So during the day, I really don't like not doing them. So I end up doing them. And I really find that that's a great way to get things done, definitely. Oh, just a sec, guys. I have to open the door for my mum. Be right back. Hello, Justin. How are you doing? One of the best ways to wake yourself up is by drinking a glass of ice cold water or eating an apple. Both give you a healthy amount of energy without being too much or addictive like coffee. Interesting. I feel like cold water has this tendency to be like incredibly refreshing, and it's really just the type of thing that, yeah, wakes you up. Definitely. A workaholic, someone after your own heart. There are some days you just procrastinate. It comes and goes. Yeah, I feel like we've all definitely got a little bit of procrastination in us. Who doesn't, right? Almost always on those days because you are unfocused and can't get the tasks well defined. Yeah, you're so right, Cephalon. Sometimes if a task is incredibly vague, like you're not quite sure how to do it or what exactly it involves, I feel like that does actually make you stop going into it and stop doing it. And that's the reason why I really like to have a task list, because when you sit down for a second and just sort of break that task down into a couple of little ones instead of having this vague idea of getting it done, sometimes breaking it down into little bits and pieces really helps you get a better picture of what you're actually needing to do. And that does definitely make it easier to go, okay, well, I may not know exactly what I'm doing today. I may not be able to finish this whole thing today, but I can focus on the first step. And once you get the first step and the second step done and stuff like that, it really is just like a ball that keeps rolling down the hill. It really helps, definitely. You think it's fine to procrastinate, but you do get an itch to actually get something done. Your mind will constantly think about it if you don't do something about it. I think there's two different types of people as well. Like, you get the types that are really, really structured about how they do something, and then you get the types that sort of just wing it throughout the day. So the types that wing it will just wake up and they'll be motivated enough to jump right into something, and then they'll just sort of flow from one thing to the next thing to the next thing. And if they're able to keep that motivation up throughout the day and actually get those tasks done, then that's fantastic. But for some people, that just doesn't work, and they need to have a more structured way of going about their day. Yeah, it really depends, I guess, on your own personality. Not everyone's the same. With smaller bits and pieces that are well defined, you can just focus and keep going. Yeah, exactly. If you have to make a lot of small decisions, then you find you deliberate a lot, and can get distracted if you can't find an answer. Yeah. And so Zone was dreaming that Neko was live, but sadly he felt sad because he knew it was a figment of his imagination. Nothing was real, nothing mattered, nothing matters, everything with meaning only has meaning. Because it is given meaning by someone or something, there is no intrinsic meaning. Very true. That's a true fact, guys. Very true fact. Very depressing too, but sometimes the depressing things are actually reality. We just gotta wing it. Constructed meanings are still meanings, exactly. It's true. It's true, guys. Sam, hello, how are you doing? And how are you doing too, Zoe? The meaning of life, the universe, and everything equals 42. What? What's 42 got to do with it, Dava? I know I've said this before, but I really love drawing wood grain, guys. It's one of the most relaxing things. It's just peaceful, and you can really just go about it any way you like, and it turns out beautiful. You'd like to structure your fists into the face of life sometime. Who wouldn't like that? We'd all love to have a piece of life. If you haven't read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, no, I haven't. I was like, over the movie Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I should do that. Hang on. I feel like my fiance has told me something about this before. Is this just like the meaning of life, the answer to everything, and then 42 is just the number that you say, regardless of the question? Because I think he's told me about something like that before. Yes? Well then, I should have known. I should have known. He would be ashamed of me right now. You're doing amazing. You always get happy when I'm live this late at night. Oh, sorry. That's so sweet. I'm happy to be able to be live for you guys. I missed you guys, especially like yesterday. I really wanted to stream, but I didn't want to miss out on that sale. It was just amazing. It's a complex comedy in which maybe they didn't realize they hadn't actually defined the question. Right. Makes sense. Not, but it does. In its own weird way, it makes sense. You're working on the prompt? Cool, guys. If you don't already know, where's my damn mouse, guys? There we go. If you guys don't already know, you have what? You've got 2 days. If you count today, you've got 3 days, guys. 2 days left to complete the art challenge. So the prompt is Grim Reaper, guys. It's a very fun one to do. Very, very fun. As much as that's kind of a spoiler, I should still read it and I'll see why when I do. I'll definitely have to look into that. It's gonna be sad? Well, I mean, it is the Grim Reaper journey. So, you know, the whole point of a Grim Reaper kind of revolves around death, which is kind of a sad thing. So, suppose it makes sense. There are some theories and discussions about it here. I'll have to look into it. Not really going to be super visible in the darker area, my lines of wood grain, but we'll see how it goes, guys. Do watch the movie too, Necker. You're sure I'll find inspiration for art too. Plenty of whimsical characters in it. That sounds adorable. I always love good character development. Like, not just for the people, but like also unique kinds of creatures and characters. I always love that. Characters in the movie are pretty good, even if it's much simpler than the books. I always feel like they, for some reason, movies always take away something that's in the books. I don't know why. It's weird. Kinky Wizard, hello! Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. Like Jar Jar Binks, exactly! Like Jar Jar Binks. I know a lot of people hated him, but I liked him. I liked Jar Jar, he was cool. I also really liked the lizard creature in one of the... which Star Wars is that? Where he was fighting General Grievous, and then he escaped on this lizard creature. Forgot which Star Wars that was in, but yeah. Fighting General Grievous. That one, that lizard creature was so cool. So damn cool. One of the prequels, they all blend together for you. Yeah, I know, you were not the target audience. Well, I really liked them. The only problem was, like, I get really confused about which ones came in what order. So that's a bit of a struggle. Matthew, hello, how are you doing? By the way, you just remembered, you don't think you have shown me your most recent face paint. There are plenty that you have done that you haven't kept up. to show me any of them. All I've seen is the panther human hybrid one. Yeah, I think that was the last one I saw from memory. There may have been one more that you showed me besides that one, but I think I really love that one. The panther one was sick. Yeah, definitely. Please post those or message me on Discord. I would love to see. The guy whistles and suddenly a lizard spawns and helps him. I know, right? It's just like, out of nowhere. Can't we just all have a magical lizard in our lives that just pops up when we need them? It would be brilliant. To be honest, you watched the Hitchhikers movie because you had a crush on Zoe Deschanel and it was the sci-fi wanted that and ended up really liking it. You need to watch it again sometime. I did not know she played in that because I really like her too. Sample text, thank you so much. We got you. Hope you feel welcome here. If they were important plot points that were relevant, you'd maybe remember the order based on that. Maybe you're a bit critical of those movies. Well, I feel like it's confusing that the ones that are newer in the Star Wars timeline are actually older No, wait. So when there's Anakin and Padme, those are the newer movies, but it's older in time. And then when you've got Leia and Luke, that's newer in time, but those are the older movies. At least that's how I get it. It's really confusing. It's just like, it just does your head in. And so I don't even know what came in where, which movies came after which ones. So I'm just like, I like Star Wars, but that's... I don't do well with numbers and orders of things, so that's just does my head in, guys. You were just talking about the prequels, Necker. Which ones do you refer to as the prequels? 4, 5, and 6 first, and then prequels. 1, 2, and 2. And then the recent disappointments, oh gosh. I don't like the new ones as much. Like, to me, the latest ones that came out, they will feel like glorified Marvel movies that are just created as some form of action entertainment. They don't feel the same. And I don't know if that's just me, but they don't have the same vibe. You like grumpy Luke Skywalker. I missed your question. That feels sad. Hang on. Your question. There we go. You're going on a family vacation next month and you want to bring watercolors and a compact, probably A5 watercolor sketchbook for your travels. Any tools, book, or recommendations? Yes. I would definitely recommend... I'll show you this thing. I'll definitely recommend this thing. This is my Sendak. So it's like a little pouch. And you close it up like so, and then you roll it up like this, and you can close it up completely, and that carries all of your tools. Mine is a Sendak Mini from Peg and AWL. I am obsessed with it. It was kind of expensive because it's all handmade, and their stuff is just really nice, high quality. But you can get something very, very similar and a lot cheaper on Amazon if you don't want to get this exact one. But get something like it. Get something that, you know, holds all of your stuff. This is a little zipper for pencils and extra lead and my gummy razors. So very, very helpful. This also stops it from bending. So it's just a plastic piece that stops your pencil from getting bent in the bag. And you can put anything in this. So if I were going on a travel, I would take that and I would just bring along a very, very small watercolor palette like this one. So mine doesn't have very many colors, but quite honestly, this is all I've been using. I don't really use more colors than this one. So, and you can still fill it up. Like you can add more of these little tubs in it if you need that. But yeah. Basically, That's what I think I would bring. Were you saying you're only doing watercolor or? Yeah, you're doing watercolor. Okay, definitely. So if you're doing watercolor, it's much easier than when you're working with oils, obviously, because oils doesn't require a larger, you know, surface area. But yeah, I don't know. Off the top of my head, I can't think of any watercolor sketchbook that you could take. I obviously use the Archies hot press watercolor paper, but you can probably get really good watercolor pads. I'll have a look at my Pinterest account because I think I know about one that I've pinned on there, and I might be able to post it for you in the art advice section. But yeah, there definitely are some really good compact watercolor palette sketchbooks. So I'm sure you can find some if you just Google a little bit. You're pretty sure all the directors had literally made Marvel movies, so probably just took all the inspiration from that. That's probably the best description of the latest Star Wars movies. Thank you, Sample. Thank you. I've been saying this for ages. That's it, right? I should write them a review. Amazon has plenty of options for artist roll-up bags or cases. Yeah, Dover, I think Dover got one from Amazon as well. And I think yours probably was a lot cheaper than the Sendak Mini that I've got. That's where you'd store your Hot Pocket if you had something like that. Me, the art genius, give me only a few colours and watch a masterpiece unfold. You don't need many colours though, Dover. You've only really got to have... I think at uni, we were told to buy red, yellow, green, blue. Obviously specific colours of those. We usually bought 2 different blues, so phthalo blue and... what was the other one? Ultramarine blue. So the reason for those 2 blues is you can't quite get the right shades if you don't have those 2 different blues. So you do need to have 2 different blues. And then you also have burnt umber. You don't need black. You actually surprisingly don't need black. You can just mix burnt umber and ultramarine blue and you would get like a dark enough black from that. So basically, those are the only colours you need. Red, green, yellow, ultramarine blue, phthalo blue, and burnt umber. So 6 colours in total, and you can make a fully fledged painting just with that. The only reason I buy different other paints, especially when I do oils, is because I don't like to mix too much. So with my watercolours, it's really fine. It doesn't bother me that much, but I find it's a very tedious process when I'm doing oil painting, especially also I find it wastes a lot of my paint because if I overestimate and I mix too much and I need to get the colour right, I have to add a lot more of that colour and that ends up wasting paint. So when I'm working with oils, the only reason I buy other colours is so I can avoid that scenario. Inspiration will strike soon. It always will. It always will, sample text. You just gotta keep pushing into it. Another pick of your face paint on Discord DM. This one is a jester. I love jesters. I think I'm gonna love that one. I'll have a look after stream. That sounds amazing. You're the tip teacher, Necker. No worries, Alien Frog. I'm just sharing what I know. Showing what I know. Surprisingly, I don't even think, does Mr. Kitty Kitty actually do art? I feel like he's said before that he doesn't really do art. He just likes art. But I may be mistaken. But Mr. Kitty Kitty has shared a tip with me one time when I was doing watercolor that helped me actually continue with that painting, guys, and salvage my masking fluid. So, guys, you can always learn. Keep your minds open. Try to learn from anybody, because even people who may not be super experienced at something might just have a tip that can teach you something. So keep your mind open. Second question, can you have the paint water when I am done with it? You are quite parched. Do you really want to have it? This is what it's looking like. It's not such a nice color today. Currently, it's like a murky, bluish, greenish blue. Like, I don't know, like a cyan, but a muddied one. Does it look good? Honestly, though, it does give me bubblegum milkshake vibes. I have not had a bubblegum flavored milkshake in freaking forever, guys. I miss them. They're absolutely delicious. My mum makes them, and that's the only place I've ever had one. And my mum has made them at home. And sadly, I don't know why. I don't know if it's because of COVID, but the shops have had a shortage on flavoring, like food flavoring. And we used to always get the bubblegum flavoring from the grocery store. They no longer stock anything other than vanilla. Like, what the heck? That looks like an elixir though. You're willing to try it. What do you guys think this potion makes you do? Does it turn you into a magical, amazing artist? I want to be as good as Mark Ryden. If I drink this, will I be as good as Mark Ryden, guys? Because he is unbelievably great. He's like a master artist. Underrated flavor. It looks good to you. There you go. There you go. You can order modern flavors over the internet. Probably can. I haven't actually looked at that. Shipping to Adelaide sometimes though can be horrible. Depends where you order from, but Amazon's actually gotten a lot better lately, and I found that for me, having Amazon Prime when I'm ordering a lot off Amazon is actually incredibly helpful because usually the shipping is the killer. And as a store owner myself, I really get it. I really get it. Like, I would love to just offer free shipping on my store or, you know, have the shipping itself be super, super cheap. But shipping costs a ton, guys. It costs so, so much. It's ridiculous. Something I also really hate is Etsy has recently, well not recently, actually like probably last year, it brought out a new thing where it asked us as store owners to basically offer free shipping, but just essentially raise your prices to cover the shipping cost. I don't know, what's the point of that, you know? Not only does it throw off, for me, being able to see the amount of actual income that I got from my products, but the customer doesn't know how much I'm actually charging for the product versus how much is actually going for shipping. And so, you know, if they then see, oh my gosh, the total price costs this much, it looks like I'm taking such a massive cut of it when I actually don't get that much, you know? So that's just, I don't know, why would Etsy push us to do that? And it's gotten to the point where they're like, okay, if you don't offer free shipping, you're not going to show up as high in our algorithm anymore. So they're really pressuring us to try and do that, and I don't like it. I just really don't like it, so... You actually didn't think of doing this for the longest time yourself. It makes sense, Cephalon. It's a great tip, yeah. I really just needed to think, right? Free shipping to Adelaide sounds very helpful. Oh my gosh, it so is. It so is. I think like a ton of items would have been like one of the things I've ordered off Amazon. I think it was something very heavy. It was Zazu's stand. I think it would have been $50 to ship, and then I got Amazon Prime that month. I got it shipped for free, guys. It was sick. Like, so sick. You think my elixir would turn us into reptilians, such as myself? And we would be part of my secret society, my ultimate plan. Of course. How could you see through that? How could you see through that? You bet with Zerbs the actual product would be $15 a bottle and then shipping could be twice that. Probably. Most likely. It's gonna cost a lot, but yeah, I guess if you really want something, it gets worth it, right? Speaking of other geographic locations, one thought that has crossed your mind is to move to another country. You have a bunch of reasons why. Would you like to share those reasons? It's up to you. I think moving to another country is an incredibly bold move. It also takes a lot. It's like, it's an incredibly emotionally taxing thing. My parents did that when I was a child and I never had to ever experience anything like it. But I know what a massive impact that had on their lives. So it's always just been like, I've always been really inspired by people who push through and actually do something like that, because that's your entire culture, your entire livelihood, everything you've been used to. And like, I have moved probably like 14 or 15 times in my life, so that's quite a lot. But it's been interstate moves, so right across Australia, and those have already been quite emotionally taxing and really, really intense. So I can't imagine doing anything like moving to a whole different country. Definitely superpower. Should give you enough to finish your art challenge piece on time. That would be awesome. You got it, Dover. You gotta. You recently found an artist YouTube channel called Scott Christian Sava. He does a lot of watercolor art and you learn quite a lot from him. You're going to put up his link on my Discord. That would be awesome, Sab. Yeah, definitely other people could get a lot out of that as well. You used to hate shipping, but then you look at the delivery people and felt, yeah, makes sense. But after that, you realize they are sometimes underpaid and the companies pocket the money made from shipping. That's ridiculous. That is so, so ridiculous. Oh my gosh. You just found an Australian company that offers free shipping Australia-wide and sells on eBay for syrups. Send it to me, Cephalon! Send it to me! I need bubblegum flavored milkshake. I need it. This weekend, I'm going go-karting with my family, guys. Hot local nut? What the heck? Thank you so much for the biddies. Can we have a shout out for Hot Local Nun? Guys. Guys, please go give Hot Local Nun a follow. He's also got hilarious Instagram posts and TikTok posts, so please go check him out. He streams gaming, guys. Welcome back, Puff. How was your shower? Are you feeling more awake now? No shoutouts! It's not like Zazu doesn't do that to me every time I go to her stream. You don't get a free pass. Tova, thank you for gifting the sub to Hot Local Nun. Let's go. Tiny little tombstone, guys. We're burying Hot Local Nun, guys. Here we go. Teeny tiny little tombstone. Just for you. You're getting buried. Do you have any last final words? Hot Local Nun. What would you like written on your tombstone? Make it something good. It's gonna be there for a long time. A Hot Local Nun in your area? It's not a scam? You never know till you reach out, right? One of the main reasons you want to move is because this country here is very deceptioning. There's a lot of things that really kills your good perspective of it, like What you mean is the country has become a representation of some of the most stupidest people on earth. You hate it, especially when you're a minority and they see you as the plague. Yeah, I've heard a lot about that. I'm guessing you're in the US. I don't know, but I've heard a lot of things about that. I obviously can't speak about it because I've got no experience about what it's like living in the US, but all I know is every country does have things, you know, that you may not like, you may not feel comfortable with, and you just gotta ask yourself, like, is it worth it to make such a, you know, financially strenuous decision to move to a whole different country? Is it gonna be worth it for you? Don't let other people, I guess, ruin your entire life because they were rude. We're getting there, guys. You got a tombstone, what do you have to do? You already got one. You have to decide what you want written on your tombstone. What would you like your epitaph to be? Your choice. Make it a good one. It was okay. You're unfortunately still tired. Showers don't work. How to sit down. Oh no. No, maybe you just need to get some rest. Maybe it's just your body's telling you you have to get some rest. Link in general in my Discord. Thanks, Cephalon. I'll go check it out. You're afraid the issue of stupid people plagues almost every country. Exactly, Jagrula. Exactly. It's like, you can run from one country to another. Stupid people exist everywhere, and you'll never escape them all. Never escape them all. The US, Houston, Texas to be precise. Maybe you just need a little bit of change of scenery. Like, maybe another state might have something better for you. Like, try moving interstate, see how that goes. That can give you a bit of a better idea before you make such a massive move of which country you think you're moving to anyway, if you don't mind me asking. Hot Local 9, is Zazu streaming today? I don't catch Zazu streams anymore. Guys, I don't know why. Has she started streaming in a different time zone entirely? Because I can't catch her streams. I feel like I see a lot of other people in Europe streaming. Why not Cesar? She hasn't changed? Goes the same for me. Bad. It's no worries, no worries. Yeah, it's just so weird. I wonder what time that is for me though. She hasn't changed the stream time and somehow I don't. Maybe I've sort of changed my schedule. I feel like I probably have. Maybe in the evenings now I'm doing things a little bit differently, and that's when I would have normally caught a Zazu stream. Only explanation I got, guys. You went along to the con as well. How'd you like that, Hot Local Nun? You feel like you slept enough today. Also feel like dinner will be ready soon. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, because you guys are like, what, an hour earlier in New Zealand, Puff? Is that right? You saw Cesar streaming today. There you go. It's just me. Just little old me, guys. Who doesn't get to catch a Cesar stream. You wake up at stupid times like today at 6 AM, so you got my stream since the start. Oh my gosh, 6 AM? What the heck are you doing up? Go back to bed. Once your sketch request is complete, you'll share it with me. Well, see, Dover told me I'm not allowed to go look at some stream. So I'm supposed to stay away for a while. Luckily, I don't actually find it. So it's not really been a temptation anyway. You wake up this time usually every day, then sleep a little later. I'm kind of the same. I feel like I wake up like probably not quite 6 a.m., but though some days I do. Usually it's more like 7 a.m. and then I'll still like sleep in after that. Very productive, guys. I'm so productive. 6 a.m. sounds so nice. Can you imagine how much you could get done in a day if you woke up at 6 a.m. every day? You can't get back to sleep. Oh no, that sucks. I was up till like 5 a.m. last night and I woke up at around 10:30. So I didn't have that much sleep and it really messes my schedule. What's Dover the boss now? Is he the boss? Of course Dover's the boss. Dover's been the boss here since day one. We all know it. Dover runs this whole thing. Am I gonna get this done today, guys? I feel like I've just been hanging out with you guys, not actually getting much done at all. Hey, it's what it's all about, right? It's fine. It will be all good. So, hot local now, what are Twitch cons like? I've never been to one. I've been to Oz Comic Con and I've been to, what was the other one? Super. Gosh, I don't remember what my second con was called. But I've been to two cons in Australia, but they were more like different kinds of cons, not like TwitchCon. I've always wondered what TwitchCon's like. All the states are horrible. If it's not one thing, it's another. For example, California, the rent there is crazy expensive. Texas has a bunch of racists, despite Houston being an enclave of diversity inside a state that has people who don't like you. Interesting. Usually try and go to bed at 8 p.m. That's a healthy bedtime. It's a very, very healthy bedtime. You should move to Montana or Wyoming where there is no people. That's great advice. See that is a smart thought to have. It actually has to do with the sketch request he asked us to work on. It's dedicated to Neko. Dover. That is so sweet. So you'd like to keep a secret for a while. The next one is on August 10th, Neko. So you suppose I can catch her other streams until then. Okay. Whew, big relief. Big relief. Well, I'll try to tune in if I see her next live. I always like, so sometimes in my evenings, I have graphic design contract work that I try to do. And I always find it's really relaxing to watch a stream on the side. Watching a stream makes me feel more productive. It almost makes it feel like I'm not quite working, you know? So I really like to do that when I can. You learn from X-Files that no people equals triple P's. Oh gosh, we're like the most invasive species on Earth. Like, if you took away all humans, can you imagine how healthy this freaking planet would be? It's crazy. We're like the biggest pest. And then we have the audacity to be like, okay, we need to remove this species because they're becoming a pest. Well, hey, maybe we should remove ourselves. We're like a massive pest. You remember that scene? Mulder asks the genie for world peace as a wish, and she just makes everyone except him disappear. He complains, but she asks him to be more specific. Oh gosh. TwitchCon is kind of boring itself. You wander around looking at stuff going on, but meeting people that you see on Twitch is amazing. I bet. I bet. Are there like a lot of actual smaller streamers that also go? Like, I know for a lot of us, especially those of us living in Australia, it's an incredibly expensive journey to do. And yeah, I just don't know how many small streamers would be able to achieve something like that. I mean, you created pizza, so checkmate. Well, there you go. That's one good thing that we brought to this planet, right? We need a TwitchCon in Australia. It's always left out. Yeah, exactly. Like, there's a lot of streamers in Australia, and I feel like so many of them just can't afford to go. Like, the US has a TwitchCon, Europe has a TwitchCon. Australia doesn't have a TwitchCon. Why not? Why the heck not? Yeah, I'd love to go. Really love to go. I really enjoyed the other cons that I took part of. I just feel like sometimes I think they weren't quite dedicated enough to artists themselves, and I think that was a little bit of an issue. A lot of the people coming were more coming just for, you know, different reasons, not really to see art, which makes sense. It wasn't an art event, but I feel like we need like an art con, a specific art con. You only went because of Cesar, but you got to meet a lot of nice people. That's awesome. That's really awesome. The world's just one big pizza and we're toppings. True. A nice warm core in the center. Australia's so far away. It really is, yeah. And I feel like probably most of the Twitch like admins and staff, they all reside in America probably. So I feel like it's not the kind of thing that's gonna be very likely to happen. And also, like, if they do make a TwitchCon in Australia, the problem with that is a lot of my viewers at least come from the States, come from Europe. So like I do have a bunch of Australian viewers as well, but most likely like a lot of my viewers won't be able to actually come visit because, you know, it's very expensive. And then I suppose in some ways it makes more sense to have Australian streamers come to the US or come to Europe and actually meet up with your followers there, because then it's one person needing to travel versus a bunch of many different people who can't afford it. And then maybe it's like a better thing to organize as um like a community supported event. I've noticed a couple of different streamers try and have it like a stream goal where they can't afford to go, but if their community really wants to see them and are willing to pay for the costs to go, then they do actually, you know, manage to do that. So probably that's a better option than, you know, people around the world not being able to come to Australia because it's just too damn expensive. There we go. All of the wood grain is done, guys. All done. It's all looking good. Um, what else do I have to do? Pretty much. This whole illustration is almost there, guys. It's almost there. Now, like for crying out loud, the creator of No Pixel, the largest and most viewed GTA role-playing service, is an Aussie. And then there are truly awesome artists like Nika. You've seen that there are some sort of get-togethers that Australian streamers do, sometimes even online collaborative streams, but we do need a TwitchCon. Yeah, that would be amazing. Like, even if I can just meet up with other, artist streamers, like I have thought of organizing an event amongst some of the ones locally. So some that are in Melbourne, some that are in Brizzy, and some that are here in Adelaide. I'm just trying to get everybody together. But still, like it's hard. Everybody has their own skill, not skills. Everyone has their own schedules. Everyone has, different financial situations, so it's not always the kind of thing that's very feasible. Silly Dover, TwitchCon won't go to Australia because it simply doesn't exist. There's a secret portal. There definitely is. NegaCon can be the backup if TwitchCon's not up to it. I'll make it happen, guys. I'll make it all happen. Twitch is just sleeping. I'll organize a TwitchCon for us all. Definitely. But yeah, we need to organize it next time Zazu's in Australia. That'll be freaking sick. I had wanted to meet up with you guys, Hot Local Nun. I really had. And I just thought, because I know how hard it is when you, especially when you're visiting internationally, and you have to see so many people, and you have to fit everything in a very short amount of time, so I didn't really want to push. And then you guys got together at that group event, and what my friend Jessica forgot to tag me in it. So I was actually out at the movies when I got the freaking message, and I was so bummed. I was like, damn, if it was any other night, I would have just got up and driven, gone there. Wouldn't have mattered not having it planned in. But that night I had a plan. It was like so silly. I was so annoyed. But yeah, it's okay. It's always the next time. We need to try next time to get a couple of streamers in Adelaide together and then do like, I don't know, a group event, group photo. You're just remembering something right now before Twitch when you couldn't sleep and you were bored. You used to go on Omegle and pretend to be Morpheus from the Matrix and talk to strangers and make them believe they are the chosen one and they have to look for stuff. Good old days of the troll. Oh, heck yeah. Jessica really dropped the ball on that one, didn't she? Oh, she meant well. She meant well. She was like so sad that she had forgotten. It wasn't intentional. It wasn't intentional at all. No hard feelings. It was just, things happen. Things happen. You did hear about Omegle a lot lately. Heard it was quite fun for the most part. What is that? I have no idea what that is. It's a website where you can talk to strangers anonymously. There's a what's it called? I forgot the name, but there's like it's like a virtual role-playing game, but you can change the way you look, your character looks, you have your own avatar, and basically what people do on it is they troll each other. It's the whole point of the whole game. But yeah, I forgot what it's called. It's VR, I think it's VR chat or something like that. I'm pretty sure. Not Fallout, Dave, not Fallout. But yeah, it's sounds interesting. The whole point of it though is to troll people. And apparently some people play it when they're drunk. So they become like easy targets. But yeah, boredom relief. Boredom relief's what it is. VR chat is funny. Have you played it? I've never played it. I've just heard about it. So I'm not entirely sure what it's really like. VR chat? Yeah, that is a troll VR game. Streamer Cat Videos plays that. Yeah, that's what I found out about it, Dave. She loves it. She puts on a fake voice when she plays it. It's freaking amazing. What's her character's name again, Dave? Do you know? Speaking of, please pick my weapons. You're living on the edge with a space management. Wait. Weapons? What weapons? People dress up as anime characters and troll each other. Yeah, exactly. It's so cool. Random, but we should do a community guarding phone game. It's a drawing telephone web game. What did we play? That's very... Oh, we play something sap. We play Drawful 2. It's pretty much the same as guarding phone. And usually we play it on the same day that we have art challenge review. So we might be able to fit one in this Thursday if you wanted to attend. So 28th, you probably will be there. You're usually there. But yeah, so it's Drawful 2. We've done it a couple of times. And also my birthday's coming up on August the 5th, which is next week. Oh my gosh, guys. It feels too soon. I didn't even see it coming. But yeah, so I need to figure out what we're going to do as a fun event on my birthday. I don't know yet, guys. Maybe I'll play Alice Madness Returns? I don't know. You don't know what Cat Video's VR chat character is, but you think once she played a cat and streamed herself playing live on stream in VR chat? That's so cool. I've never seen that. Let's go, NECA fan art time. Your birthday is in 2 days? What the heck? Guys, we need to celebrate Hot Local Nun's birthday. What are you gonna do? Do you have plans? Or are you just gonna have like a chill day at home? Normally my favorite thing is just honestly chill day at home. That's all I want to do. Just chill, just relax at home, not really do much. I feel like he needs just maybe a tiny bit of red. Just chill. Sounds amazing. Nice and relaxing. He needs a little bit of red on his tiny mouth, actually. It's just a tiny bit too pale. And I'm also going to darken his nose. Make that slightly more red. That is spilling bird food all over my room, guys. Oh, Dover, thank you. You prefer chill too, like in 2021 when you poured yourself a drink and watched your favorite movie. The only one to beat that was when you played Fallout with NECA. Dover, that was such an awesome day. That was so nice. Yeah, so on Dover's birthday, guys, we toured his house on Fallout. Definitely got to do that again. A full-out tour, because I bet your houses have definitely made a ton of progress since I last saw them. Here's my white gouache, guys. It's time for us to add the little highlights. We've done a lot of progress, but this is the final step where I add tiny little highlights. VR chat breaks many of the Twitch's terms of service with all the trolling, so many do not stream. Why is that against terms of service? I'm confused. Alright. Little highlights, here we come. Where's my art rag? I'm gonna need this. Tiny little nose highlight. There we go. Cute. That just really brings a character to life. As soon as you add the little eye highlights, it's like, oh my gosh. The whole character comes to life. Did stream disconnect or what happened? No, I think we're fine. I think we're good. I seem to have a lot of connection issues today though. Don't know what's up with that, guys. This is definitely going to help with the hammer to make it show up a ton better than it already is. Because currently it's getting slightly lost and we don't want that. Ethcore, hello! Woke up late for work. Who cares? Who cares? Work can wait. Heard a bunch of streamers having issues with OBS. I'm using Streamlabs OBS, so I don't know if that's the same one having issues. That's what cool people do, and you are cool. Exactly. Before you forget, you're sure to check it out, but you posted about DMCA in the mods channel. The rules are more stringent now. From what you hear? Oh no. Oh no, not even more. That sucks. It's already hard enough, like, I'm having a hard enough time as it is. The little highlights really helping bring his face, make it more 3D. Definitely glad I'm adding those. I'm not sure where else we can really add anything. I feel like those are the only spots that really needed highlights badly, so... Oh, I did need to add highlights to his eyes. I have no idea how to do that. He just came out back from Omegle. They haven't lost their touch. Oh my gosh. Were you still feeling up to it? I just feel like his hair should probably just stay the way that it is, but it does need a little bit of something. So maybe I should just add shading here and there. Alright. May just try a little bit of highlights. I'll see how I go. I don't want to ruin it though. I feel like highlights could either help it or ruin it, so I might just try and do a little bit and see how it looks. Don't like it, I can always stop. Gotta go a little bit more intense than that. a little bit looks good. As long as I stay very light, should be fine. Sometimes I wish I just had a very light white pen to do stuff like this, because it really needs to go so delicately, but my brushes don't want to cooperate. It's Trollhaven. Let's randomly copyright some random streamers, but not the big ones. They bring the big bucks, leave them alone. Yeah, they probably don't care about the bigger streamers. Was it late 2020? The uproar it caused when Twitch started imposing DMCA rules. It feels like everyone has been on the same page and got used to it, but there have been plethora of copyright strikes lately, and most streamers are confused. They are trying to figure out why it's happening. Happened to me too, Dover. I've been playing copyright-free music, so music that the musicians have specifically said you're allowed to use as long as you as long as you show who made it, which I do in my about panels, and I also do when I export the videos to YouTube. And I got a copyright strike on Twitch, and it's not even the same song. It's like an entirely different song. It doesn't sound anything like the song that I played. So I was dead confused. So I asked for it to be reviewed, and I don't know what happened. The copyright strike is just gone. Video is back, and it seems all fine, but who knows what's going on with that? Who knows? I'm incredibly confused. Actually, some big streamers are facing the issue too. Some no pixel streamers that you watch regularly are having trouble publishing their VODs somehow because a lot of copyright strikes. Oh my gosh. It's just, oh my gosh. This ruins it for everybody. Like, I'm all for, copyright, but make it more streamlined and simple for people to understand. And is that confusing? And nobody even knows what they're doing wrong? What even is the point? No, you gotta head out and get some sleep. Catch me on the flip side. No worries, Alien Frog. Enjoy your rest, and thank you for showing up today. Company is always appreciated. to be like the right amount of wetness, and so not too wet, too dry. What are you doing, Zazu? Sometimes he's just up to so much mischief, and I really have to watch him. Because one time, he chewed up my entire webcam while I was streaming, guys. While I was streaming under my own eyes. You've got to keep an eye on him all the time. Because you never know what he's going to get up to. Nightlive Art, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate that. Well, I think it looks better with the little highlight. You alright there, Zazu? So for those of you who don't know, Zazu's my pet parrot, and he's very cute little brat. It's the best way to explain what he's like. He's adorable, but he's a handful. And he's usually part of the start of my streams. He doesn't like sticking around all the time, but he'll stick around for the start of the stream usually. Well, I think his hair has definitely made some progress. You fell asleep, so you're going to head off. You'll be lurking though. Thank you, Puff. I hope you feel better soon. You summon Zazu. Zazu's currently eating his millet spray. So he's probably unlikely to want to come to me, but I'll get him to come right before end of stream. Once he finishes his millet spray, I'll have him come to us. Alright, I think that's a good level of detail. I might try and just refine that a little bit. He's looking a lot more 3D now. Amazing. Alright, I think his eyebrows just need a little bit of contrast, so I'm going to try and slightly darken them up. Yugimi, hello, how are you doing? Suggest you calf coat pattern or color? One of each of those, or what do you mean? I'm just trying to darken up a couple of areas of his face, ones that need to stand out a little bit more. Might do tiny patch of shadow here as well, just to get that contrast going. It's strange how much things remind of stuff you didn't even start years ago, like my art challenge theme. Yeah, did you start a Grim Reaper painting some time ago? Any suggestions welcome. Dyslexia's on hyperdrive today. Oh my gosh. The only fur coat pattern or color that comes to mind is seals. I feel like they have really, really incredible fur colors and they're amazing. So maybe look at seals. Flu Heartbug, hello, how are you? Welcome, thank you for the follow. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. You've included the number in the command. Is that okay? Wait. What command? What command exactly? Oh, yeah, that's fine. I think that's fantastic, Dover, because then we know how many art challenges we've had. That's a great way to keep track, actually. Well, I feel like the only thing left to do at this point, guys, is add some more contrast. So I'm gonna just work a couple of areas and darken some sections of my sweater. I don't know why the paint is being really weird today. It's like it's not quite working with me. It's just got a mind of its own. Already? Seriously? That was 20 minutes? Are you kidding? Wow, time flies, guys. Time really flies. Greetings from my fellow artists from Norway. Interesting. I don't think we've had many people from Norway before. You wanted to fight theme of a person with fine aura against the same with death aura, and when you tried to make your prompt, it kind of looked like took you out of loop for some time. That's awesome. I'm glad it reminded you of a previous piece that you worked on. You love how I have broken the color to make it a bit gritty. Also, you can relate to this guy's expression right now. Oh, I hope that's in a good way. He is happy. He's enjoying his passion actually, and that just happens to be building coffins. So yeah. But yeah, that's his thing, and he's pretty proud of it actually. Proud of his coffin building passion. I do need to add some other nails in the coffin, guys. Really do. I haven't really added those in. Ock Beyond Good, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. The command also mentions second. Oh my gosh. Space with everything on this table. And so much cool stuff on Insta. Hereby follow Flu. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Are you a streamer as well? The pattern of the wood, awesome as always, Neka. It definitely is the fun and best part. It really, really is. I love drawing wood. The pattern, you love the art? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I love to draw creepy, cute things. So this stream is all about the creepy and the cute artwork, guys. That's my thing. So yeah. You do illustration and comics and stream now and then. Interesting. What kinds of comics do you do? Guys, I feel like that's pretty much the end of it. I almost forgot. Where did I... Wait, which book? That was this book. Where did I add the signature for that one? It was all the way over there. There it is. Almost missed it. Almost missed it. So just gotta sign it, and I'll put this print up in my store probably in a week or so. So if you guys want to order a print of this little dude, you can do so. Messed up the end. What the heck? There we go. He's all done. It's all done. He looks real happy. Enjoying his very passionate hobby or career, whatever you like to see it as. Comic West Sab here also does comics. So we've got a couple of amazing comic artists here on my community actually. But yeah, you just finished your 160 gram page graphic novel, putting the final touch on editing now. Very excited. You also do political satire comics for the newspaper here in Norway. That's freaking amazing! That is so cool. Oh my gosh. I've always wanted to work for a newspaper. Wondered what that's like. Guys, we did it. We did the whole drawing. We finished it in a day. I'm super happy with it. I'm glad I did the hair like that. It's looking a lot more 3D, so that's what he looks like. Tiny little coffin boy. I love his sweater. I want a sweater just like this, guys. So bad. Look. He's building such a beautiful coffin all by himself. Absolutely lovely. But yeah, we're done, guys. We did it. You wanted to do a shout out, but Substream's on a different platform. What? Substream's on a different platform? YouTube, I'm guessing. Well, Flu, I'm really, really sorry. We have reached the end of my stream, actually. So I would have loved to talk more about comics and stuff like that and get to know you a little bit more, but I have to go. Sorry, 300 biddies, appreciate that. Thank you. Punk fan, hello, how are you doing? Everyone you know who's worked for newspapers quit, even the New York Times. What? Why is that? You'll definitely come back next time. Flo, thank you. I'd love to get to know you a little bit better and definitely want to know your experience about working for a newspaper. That sounds incredibly interesting. But yeah, we do have to raid. Before I do so, guys, if you'd like to what the heck? What just happened? My chat just disappeared on me, guys. Oh my gosh. Where are you going, chat? Where are you going? There we go. Get it back. Guys, I do have a Patreon account where I work on an exclusive story about a little witch called Phoebe and her pet piglet called Poogie. My patrons get a portion of that story every month, and I also release speed paint videos, some art stuff, art process videos and things like that. You also get a monthly postcard from me, and if you subscribe to the higher tiers, you get exclusive merch of Poogie and Phoebe. So that's also part of Patreon. But yeah, same price as a Twitch sub, and you get a lot more from me. But yeah. Also, guys, Art Challenge Review is this Thursday, the 28th. So please, can you guys get your submissions in? We are drawing the Grim Reaper, so if you'd like to take part in that, draw a Grim Reaper, submit it to our Discord channel, and we're going to review your drawings on Thursday. Please submit your social media as well so we can show off a little bit more of your artwork too, because we always like to give you guys a little bit more exposure, get to know each other, and really, really see what we all do on here, because we've got an amazing community, guys. We have a raid request. Kat Von. Hang on. What is Kat Von streaming? Let me have a look. Doodles. We have an artist that we're gonna raid. Thank you so much, Igimi. Let us raid Kat Von, guys. And I will see you guys again same time tomorrow. And there we go. Also, please, 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 guys, keep in mind the art challenge review, because that's going to be an awesome day. We're going to do draw pool 2 games on that day if we have some time, so that'll be a lot of fun. Please go your base a raid call that Dover just shared in the chat, and we're going to be off raiding Kat Von, guys. I'll see you all tomorrow. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for the follows. Valley Rules, thank you so much for that follow just last minute. I appreciate that. Let's go, guys. Let us raid. Here we go.